Hi everybody, welcome to this new video of the Gen AI Nerd channel, and today I want to show you an application called the deeptech Innovation Builder. And the purpose of this application is to help inventors with kind of exploring the patterns that they have developed and allow them to get inspiration about which kind of commercial products they could actually develop based on their patents. Why did I want to develop this application? Because I actually have seen in my experience as an entrepreneurship professor that often inventors, like at technical universities, they have a lot of patents, a lot of ideas, but they struggle to kind of transform them into commercial products. And this application should actually help you to get at least some inspiration about what kind of products you could develop out of the portfolio of patents that you have. And so in this video, I will first show you what kind of input you need for the application, and then I will give a demonstration of the application itself. So here you see how the application looks like. And as you can see on the screen here, we need two inputs of information. So one is that we need for this application an OpenAI API key, because in the background, this application kind of relies on the GPT language models. Now, if you don't know how to get an Open API key, I have a separate video where I will show and explain step by step how you can get such a key. It's not that difficult. So there you can check out how you can get a key. Now, if you have an Open API key, the second thing you need is, of course, a list with patent descriptions, because that's what the agents will use to kind of ideate a novel product. And there are different ways to get access to patent information. For instance, in the example that I will use, I went to deeptech. This is actually a website from the German government where you can get access to patents from companies. And here as a use case, I'm actually using patents from the company BASF on the topic of packaging. So in deeptech, I simply asked with a search query, give me all the patents of the company BASF that have the word packaging in the title. And then it actually generated for me 381 hits. And then for all these patents, I can get an abstract with the description of the patent. And that you can simply download. So here, for instance, you can see the Excel with the overview of the patent. So then you will have the title, but also an abstract in an Excel, which you can also transform, of course, into a PDF. And it's that PDF that you need to give into the application. And so here, you have to drag and drop this PDF into the application so that it can use it as a starting point for developing novel products. Now, what is actually happening here in the application in the backend? So this is actually an application with two teams of autonomous agents. So there's a first team consisting of two agents. And here the first agent will kind of go through this database of patents that you will give it to find topics in which it could actually use as a starting point for building a new product. And subsequently, this agent will give the identified topics to the next agent, and this next agent will really try to develop a product with the information that it receives from the first agent. Subsequently, there will be a second team that will try to further optimize the initial ideas that the product development specialist has generated. So then there will be one agent that will look at it from a technical perspective, one agent that looks at it from a competition perspective, and one agent that will look at it as a kind of to finalize the final proposal that will be generated. So this is actually what is happening in the background. And let me now show you how this application actually works. Okay, so now we can go to the actual application. So here you see the Streamlit web application that I've built. And in the description of the YouTube video, you will find the link to this application. So this is the deeptech Innovation Builder. And as mentioned, the first thing you need to do will be to kind of copy paste your API key here and browse to the file where you have your patent information. So here I already uploaded my file. And now we simply have to press confirm. And then you see that the application starts running. And now we will have to wait for like 1-2 minutes because, of course, there are now 5 agents that need to do some work. So that may take some time. And so now in the backend, these 5 agents are analyzing the data that you have uploaded and trying to come up with a product innovation. So I will immediately show you how the final result looks like. Yes, so now the agent has finished its work. So this took like 3-4 minutes. So you have to wait a bit, but also not that long. I also checked how much money you're actually spending on this, because you're using here the Open API key. So this is a token usage, but it's actually less than 1 cent. So running this application one time is less than 1 cent. So I think that's still quite manageable. So let us see what the team of agents produced. So they came up with a first product idea. So this is based on the first team of agent. So they have created a novel product that could be developed by recombining the patterns in the database. So here it mentions which patterns it has actually used. And based on these patterns, it's saying the resulting product would be a biodegradable and recyclable packaging solution suitable for use with agrochemicals, foodstuffs, and pharmaceuticals. And then we have the second team of agent that has optimized this proposal. And here you will see a more extensive and detailed description of the product based on the assessment that has been made. Yeah. So here I hope you can see that very quickly, by giving it some patterns, you can get some inspiration about what kind of products you could produce. I'm definitely not claiming that it will create the best product ever, but at least it will give you some first inspiration about what you can actually do with patterns that you already have from a commercial perspective. So in that way, I think it makes sense to explore this application. If you have some patterns created yourself or you have access to certain patterns, then this can be quite helpful. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out my channel where I have plenty of other applications about entrepreneurship and venturing and how you can use generative AI to accelerate some of the activities. And of course, please let me know your feedback, how you have used these tools. It's always interesting to know how people are using these tools. Okay, thank you for your attention.